welcome back. I am here to do my job to continuously push the Pokemon TCG to the moon and cause endless amounts of FOMO on the market. Because that, in fact, is what I am told that I do by everyone across the interwebs. And so I figured I might as well just embrace it and admit to it, right? Because remember one thing. If you are not negative and you are not constantly predicting doom and gloom on the market, then you are simply not realistic. And if you are positive in even the smallest amount and you actually think this stuff can rise in value over time and it's actually a good time to buy this stuff, well then you're obviously not realistic. These are irrational trains of thoughts, or you're just a shill trying to shill up your own product to sell it to some poor Timmy down the line for more than it should be worth. And this is the reality of the market we're in. And so what we're going to do today is do what I do best, and I'm going to tell you all of the great things happening across the TCG sealed market right now in the XY Sun and Moon Sword and Shield Scarlet Violet. So stay tuned for that, because first we got to shout out today's video sponsor. It's Arizona TCG. Guys, they are a consignment service for your slabs, BGS, CGC, and PSA. If you got a bunch of those lying around, you want to realize some gains, you don't want to do all the work of selling them, reach out to Arizona TCG. They'll run all of them through their 100% positive feedback to over 10,000 follower eBay store. They're only going to charge you 13.5%, which is the same exact cost, if not better, than what it's going to cost you to sell everything yourself on eBay after fees and shipping. The link will be in the description in the comment section below. All right, let's start out with Evolving Skies. It has officially broken its glass ceiling of $700, which is the price point that it's sat at now for a few months. And we are now seeing sales in the $705, $710, $715, $720 range, depending on what it's at today, depending on how many have been listed, how many have been sold. That is where it is selling. It has very clearly moved above $700. Now, my personal opinion, I think this will continue to run up through the holidays into the end of the year, and it will most likely be an $800 or $800 plus box. Again, that could just be me causing FOMO, but we are seeing the supply disappear faster than new boxes are hitting the market, and a lot of the people who have Evolving Skies at 700 no longer want to sell, and they have a positive view of it for the future because they're seeing how Team Up and other sets are doing. And so I think we're going to continue to see less and less being sold and more being bought, leading to less supply and more demand, which causes prices to rise. So next up we have Lost Origin. Lost Origin has now surpassed Fusion Strike and Chilling Reign, cementing itself very comfortably as the fourth highest set in Sword and Shield era, behind Evolving Skies, Sword and Shield Base, and Rebel Clash. It's actually very close to passing Rebel Clash. Rebel Clash has run up a little bit lately. It's in the 230s. Lost Origin is now in like the 220s. And then Sword and Shield Base even seen a run. It's like at $340 a box now. Sword and Shield Base, it is more now than Sun and Moon Base. Go figure. Vivid Voltage is now almost $150 box. The list goes on and on, guys. A lot of the bleeding has stopped with Sword and Shield. A lot of people are now saying, you know what? People are being a little too negative. I'm going to go pick these up before they become scarce like XY and Sun and Moon. And that's exactly what we're seeing happening. I wouldn't be surprised if all the Sword and Shield boxes take a U-turn and all start to push higher and set either new highs or at least maybe 1 year highs by the end of the year past the holidays. Just my opinion again. More FOMO. That's Alex's job. Sun and Moon era. XY era. Guys, I'm going to tell you why this is happening. During COVID, when these boxes started to see their gigantic rises, right? Every step of the way, there was new price points hit, and every time there was a new price point hit, there were new sellers wanting to capitalize on those gains, right? Because they were sitting on the boxes, and they finally had a chance to move them, so they took advantage of it. This time around, all those people have already been wiped out. Not just that, the people buying the boxes are, for the most part, not keeping them. They're ripping them. And some are ripping them live on their ripping ships. And some of them, ready for this? How do you think we get all the packs for all of these mystery packs with all of your favorite YouTubers? Care to venture a guess? Could they be buying out the market to rip open all the boxes and seed those XY Sun and Moon packs as hits in all of their mystery packs that they push out to their hundreds of thousands and millions of subscribers? If that's the case, and the rip and chips continue to rise, and that's the case, we're not going to have any more boxes to hit the market when we continue to hit these new higher price points this time. So in a lot of ways, this market is worse than COVID because now that we start seeing, Unbroken Bonds and Unified Minds hit $700-800 a box, Cosmic Eclipse break $1,000 a box, Team Up hit $3,000 a box, right? Go back to XY, Breakthrough, Breakpoint hit $700-800 a box, Fates Collide is starting to climb up to $600-700 a box. Phantom Forces, $2,500, XY Base, $1,500, the list goes on and on. We're not going to have the people who have these hidden in their closet and their basements to pull them out, to sell onto the market, to flush the market with supply, to keep the prices in line or actually drive them down a little bit. We don't have that this time because people are not holding the boxes. They're ripping them for one purpose or another. Meaning, the sky's the limit, guys. And again, I get it. This is Alex causing FOMO again. I honestly do not see the market for X, Y, and Sun and Moon boxes dropping even if demand cools off. Even if after the holidays and the end of the year, demand is lower in 2025, I just don't see it. I see maybe them going stagnant. I see less liquidity happening, but there's simply not enough people left with sealed X, Y, and Sun and Moon boxes to really affect the market in a major way anymore. And eventually people get antsy, they get impatient, and they just pay the price of the buy it now box, which continues to rise it. And so that's my take on that market. Now, going into Scarlet and Violet, we're seeing prices that you normally wouldn't expect to see for like a couple years, right? Like Twilight Masquerade, a couple months old, $150 a box. We have cases now selling for over $900. Guys, we have a brand new set selling for over $900 a case. This is over a 50% return. Paldea Evolve, we get the restock, reprint, restock, whatever you want to call it. It gets dried up immediately. Cases are still selling over $900. Boxes are still selling $145 to $150. It's bananas, right? Stellar Crown, supposed to be a weak set, holding up very clearly over $100, $106, $107 a box. We've got Obsidian Flames, the weakest set in the era, $125 a box. Go figure. I can't explain it. $125 on Obsidian Flames. We got, SV Base still trailing a little bit. We got Paradox still sitting in the $105, $106 range. Temporal Forces, $120 a box. Who knew? Go figure. And then there's 151. I remember like yesterday, like maybe a minute ago, UPCs of 151 were at Costco and they were $79.99. And if you didn't have one in your area, they were $89.99 online. Nobody wanted them. Alex, this product's everywhere. They're going to continue to print this into the ground. I'm going to wait, right? That should be on a shirt that every Timmy should wear. I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait for a better deal. And no better deal came, and even with the Walmart and GameStop and Pokemon Center drops here and there, 151 has went through the roof. $80 in ETB. $180 to $200 for a PC ETB. The UPCs are now about $150 to $160, meaning yes, you doubled your money within a few months. 100% returns on 151, and it's not slowing down. We continuously get drops on the market from all these big suppliers, and they do not slow down the growth of 151 in the slightest. We're seeing the 151 PSA 10 Charizard jump up, from the 300s to the 400s, gaining, 30, 40% returns. It's bananas, guys. It's to the point where you can't even explain it anymore. The strength of this market is unlike anything we've seen in a long time. And the issue is you have people out there, when they hear this and they see the data, they refuse to believe it. And they see channels like mine, and this kind of goes in that FOMO conversation, and they want to go spew all this hate and say, Alex is literally just trying to cause FOMO. He's just trying to shill his investments because he has a lot of money in Pokemon, and he's not being authentic. Guys, what is being more authentic, right? When I get all of the news from everyone I know in the hobby who has either an LGS or distribution, and they all tell me I am getting record amount of pre-orders. I am worried about getting my full allocation because I think I have more orders than I'm actually going to get on these boxes. I'm worried that if I don't price these boxes higher, I am going to run out of boxes and I'm not going to have anything to sell in my store or on my online shop. And so what am I to do, right? Am I to say, hey guys, you know what? Wait till after release. I'm sure you'll be able to find these boxes in the 90s or at $100. That's being inauthentic. It is not causing FOMO to relay the information that I am getting all over the place telling you it's unlikely you're going to be able to find these boxes lower than what you could have at pre-release. These are likely going to be 110, 115, 120, even 120 plus at release. And because of the demand, because of all the investors moving in, because they see the demand with Paldea, with Twilight, with these other sets, it's unlikely we're going to see people dumping these boxes for anything less, right? I'm not causing FOMO. I'm relaying the information and trying to help you out so you know what is going on throughout the market. Also, I'm literally just telling you what the rest of the market's doing. Look, you don't have to agree with it. I'm just telling you, hey, Sword and Shield boxes are by and large rising in value again. Sun and Moon and XY boxes, they're going through the roof. All of these Scarlet Violet era sets, besides SV Base, maybe Paradox, are all rising in price. That's just me telling you what is happening. I'm not trying to influence you one way or the other. I'm just telling you the information. So if you want to, go talk crap on me across the internet, that's fine. But get your story straight first. I'm not causing FOMO. I'm literally telling you how it is. It's up to you to decide how to use your money, where to make your purchase. If you do want to wait and you think the market's going to get flooded with product and everything is going to be plentiful and everything's going to dip down and it's going to be, Chilling Reign, Fusion Strike, Battle Styles 2.0 and everything's going to be $80, that's fine. You can have that opinion and, in the future we'll see who was right or who was wrong. But for me to tell you what's going on, for me to let you know what I'm doing with my money, just telling you how it is, guys. That's all there is to it. So, hope this video helped. That's what's going on in the market. Hope everyone enjoys these times, because I'm telling you, this is not going to be this way forever. And if it is, then I guess we're all going to be living on yachts, driving Lambos. So subscribe to the channel if you're not yet. Be back here in a new one soon. I'm out.